absolutely a coward act by a man who allegedly calls himself a man. No real man, no man of character, no man of respect, self-respect would have did what he did to these black females at this restaurant. This particular restaurant owner was upset and angry with these black females because he wanted them to pay a 30% gratuity. Once again, he was angry with these sisters over a 30% gratuity. They were all eating together, enjoying their food together, eating crawfish at this restaurant. And when it came time to pay the bill, they disagreed that the gratuity was way too high. A 30% gratuity in a time of inflation where everybody economically is feeling the economic pinch. A 30% gratuity in a time of high gas prices at this day and time, when they said it was too much, I agree, that is too much. So when they spoke to the man and said, sir, we can pay less than the 30% gratuity, but please drop the gratuity, that's just too much. Then they explained to the man that we are obligated to pay our bill, but we're not obligated by law to pay a 30% gratuity. This man started using insulting language of a sexual insulting nature to these beautiful black females. These young, beautiful black women with their children. This man was using profane, sexual, explicit language in front of babies and children. Come forward, sister, right here. You see him on the video. On the video, he's wrestling with this sister and throwing her out of the restaurant, all because she didn't want to pay a 30% gratuity. Well, hell, man, it's inflation. Gas prices through the roof. Money is tight for many Harris County citizens. You're going to do all of what you did to these black females with your filthy language, your insulting language, putting your hands on them, all because they don't want to pay a high 30% gratuity because they believe it's too much. That's wrong, sir. Your behavior is to be condemned. And we don't want one African-American brother or sister to ever patronize Wolfie's restaurant again. They should stay out of this restaurant. Spend your money where you're respected, where you're honored, and where you're treated with beautiful customer service. This is the owner of the restaurant who should have been arrested, who should have been locked up. We are demanding that the owners of Wolfie's restaurant be arrested for assaulting these sisters. All of the assault footage is on video. Witnesses everywhere. The assault footage is on video. You see him throwing alcohol in the face of this beautiful black mother, all because she didn't want to pay a 30% gratuity. What's wrong with you, sir? No real man does that to a woman. How can you still call yourself a respectable man, putting your hands on multiple women and using foul, filthy language against them, all because they did not want to pay a 30% gratuity? This sister here, she was not even involved. She don't even know these people. We found her through social media, and then she proved us she was here at the restaurant because she recorded what took place. She also had video of what this man did to these sisters. These sisters just did not want to pay a high 30% gratuity. And this is how you act? This is what you do? That coward would not have done this had some black men been in there. Yeah. That coward would not have done this had these sisters had some men with them. You would have kept your hands to yourself, or you'd have drawn back a nub because you're too coward to put your hands on a man by the way you behave with these women. Tell what happened to you and your party, who was not even with them, and what he said to you all.
Well, upon exiting, we could not leave because the officers were blocking us in, so we kind of stood around outside. And later on, a few minutes later, the officers came to me and my party, which was myself, my cousin, come to the front, my auntie, and two of my other cousins who were not able to be here today. They asked us if we were involved. They accused us of being involved. The owner said we were involved until we were able to show that we had paid our tickets fully. And he still said we were involved. And upon driving off, we told him have a good night, and he told us to suck his DICK.
And they had nothing to do
Absolutely
with it.
Nothing.
They were independent customers enjoying the restaurant's food who were not even with this party, but because they were black. He thought that they were with them also because they were black. He came out of the restaurant, and when they showed the police their receipt, yeah, we paid for our food. He told them to suck his, you know what. What a filthy, low-down man. Why would you ask somebody to suck something that's 9 times out of 10 they probably wouldn't find no way? You're a disgrace of a man to call yourself such. Now, Dr. Matthews will come up, and then we'll bring up the sister who was assaulted right here with the drink in her face.
Well, first of all, I really have something to say because, one, I'm a black female, okay? 2, this is the behavior of a misogynistic, racist, racial profile type dog on the street. I'm not calling that no man. Because, one, that is not the behavior of an upstanding man. That is not the behavior of an upstanding business owner. People come here to spend their money with their families, and for you to racially profile them, for you to be sexist, and for you to tell them to suck your penis, you need to be slapped dead in your face. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Let me come up in there and you tell me that. And I'm speaking on the behalf of the Rainbow Push Coalition. We are for civil rights, we are for women's rights, and we are not for that foolishness that happened in that store. So what I demand and the Rainbow Push Coalition demand, Sheriff Ann Gonzalez, we did have a conversation. We need to have a police report with these young ladies. DA Kim Ogg, we need charges to be filed. We have direct video showing that he's slanging this young lady. That is unacceptable. You do not put your hand on a woman. You do not disrespect a woman. Last I checked, this is Women's Month. Well, baby, on Women's Month, you're going to jail today. So I advise all my people that's watching this show, don't y'all come over here and eat. It's enough that we got to deal with Trumpism. We shouldn't have to deal with no racism and sexism. That is unacceptable. Ain't no way in hell you gonna run around here and tell me to suck your penis and I ain't had nothing to do with nothing what was going on, and you gonna racially profile me. Man, you better get up out of here because you finna meet the hammer of accountability, sir.
Come on, look at your sister. Tell what happened when you were here.
When we was here, I asked to speak to the manager. We spoke to him about the gratuity because we felt we didn't get the service that it deserved for a 30% gratuity, and he decided to inform me that he would hit us with a brick. And I have 2 children with me, and I felt in fear for me and my kids' life. We're not used to that.
We'll take your questions now.
She paid for her bill, but what about the other?
They paid for their bill also, and in fact he told 2 of them, I don't want your money if you're not going to pay the gratuity, and told that in front of the police. So the police said, sir, are you saying that they can't pay their bill if they don't pay the gratuity? He said no. Then the cops said to him, well, paying the gratuity is not against the law, so we can arrest anybody for something like that. But they were trying to de-escalate everything at that, but he wouldn't even let them pay their bill, 2 of them, if they did not pay the 30% gratuity. And the sad part about this is, look, man, times are hard. Some people can't even have enough gas money to go to work. They're juggling whether I buy food for the children, milk for the babies, or gas money to put in my car. If they cannot pay a 30% gratuity at this time of inflation, as a restaurant owner, as a man, we would think you would have some compassion, some empathy, some understanding that the gratuity was way too high, especially when they said to you, sir, your waiter service does not deserve a 30% gratuity. And in fact, when you pay a tip, you pay a tip based on the quality of the service. That's why they'll say 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. It's based on how well the service was in your opinion. So they tell this man that's too much. And he acted an absolute jackass in front of these women. We're asking the Harris County Sheriff's Department to arrest this man for the assaults that were captured on video. We're sharing these videos with you. You can see this man's behavior. You can see him assaulting these females. You have other eyewitnesses that were there that were not even part of this group. You had white people going online making comments that what this man did was wrong. You have a white woman in the background on the video saying the owner was wrong. He put his hands on her first, threw alcohol in these sisters' face, threw alcohol in their face in front of children. What kind of man assaults a woman in the presence of her children?
A slave owner.
This ain't no man at all. This is nothing more than the arrogant jackass who's a racist, who needs to be dealt with by the system because he did violate their civil rights. He did violate their human rights. And so we're asking Sheriff Gonzalez and the Sheriff's Department, do your job. This man deserves to be arrested for what he did. You got black men in your jail right now, Sheriff, who did much less than what he did, and they need bond money and can't get out. This man should also be posting a bond for what he did, and it's all captured on video. Any more questions?
Just give you the names of everybody who spoke and how you spell your names.
Okay, sure.
Oh, okay. Yes, Dr. Candace Matthews. I'm the statewide steering committee chair for the Rainbow Push Coalition. That is CANDICEMATTHEWS.
Sylvia Hawkins, CEO and Director of Triple S Tax Service. My name is spelled SYLVIAHAWKINS.
And she wasn't even with them. And he told her,
To suck his fingers.
Who else spoke? Just us three? Okay. Oh, you
young
right
lady
there.
here.
My name is Jasmine Scott. I'm co-owner of LaQuania Cleaning Service. My name is JASMINESCOTT.
If there are no more questions, that concludes our press conference. Thank you for your presence.
Some restaurants claim that a party of some meeting is a mandatory gratuity of 30%. Can you try to claim that that was the case with them?
Well, here's the problem. According to state law, that has to be displayed very openly where the public can see it walking in the restaurant, and even on the menus is supposed to be stated. That was not brought to their attention when they came into this restaurant. And a 30% gratuity is not state law. That's the restaurant's policy. But remember, that policy has to be clearly displayed and made and brought to their attention when you have a party with those numbers. And once again, when you pay a tip, the tip is at your discretion. Of course, there's something called correct, proper etiquette of tipping. But remember, tipping is at your discretion. You can't give me poor service, and you cannot give me service that is not becoming of what I thought this restaurant was about, then turn around and tell me now you owe me a 30% tip. That's added on to the ticket, to the sales price. No, I got a right to tell you, no, I don't think so. I can pay you 6% at best, but you don't deserve 30%. That's my discretion. But to say that that was what made him jump on these women, physically put his hands on them, wrestling with this sister, throwing drinks in their face, swinging and hitting babies, I don't give a damn about no 30% gratuity. Nothing of a gratuity deserves you as a restaurant owner to act like that and still call yourself a man.
And he shouldn't even be fraternizing with the employees and drinking alcohol during business hours. So that's another thing that probably explains the behavior, because you're a damn alcoholic. That should not have been happening as well either.
And you know, I'm gonna tell you something. He lucky. He real lucky that sister's husband
You tell him
didn't come up here and show him what a real one looked like, since he invited his wife to suck his. You low down bastard. You're lucky that man didn't come up here and take the respect of his wife in his own hands. What you talking like that to a woman? Go ahead.
we got something else. Come. Yeah.
I stayed after everything happened, waiting on the police officers, and the police officers wouldn't take any witness statements. He told everybody to leave. He never, he treated us all as criminals. He never tried to step in to protect us. He let the owner walk up on us, even though we told him like we're in fear. Nobody was charged.
No.
And I have a 9-year-old son. He's in tears. He's like, I wish I never asked for crawfish, and he shouldn't feel that way.
Do you all have the videos? You all got the videos? Everybody good with the videos? How many you got? You got one, should be more than that. They didn't. How about, let us send you those videos, please, okay? Because you have them, right? Make sure you go and give them all the videos. Get all the videos from her, okay? All the extra videos, get them from her. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence, and we do appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.